on this. Coaching is not a hobby. An authentic, certified coach is not on YouTube, although you might be watching me on YouTube right now. Not begging for views. I have a full-time job. Or trying to earn extra cash as a side hustle. And please, no offense to those of you who are using the platform for that. However, a valid coach offers a service that provides direction to someone who is lost or stuck, gives you the confidence to say no and stop people-pleasing, and empowers you to move on from a job that no longer serves you. Welcome back to Sip on This, the show where we talk second act career shifts, love, life, and all the messy, beautiful transitions that make us human. If this is your first time joining me, then welcome. I am your host, Deirdre Haggerty, an ICF certified coach and the founder of Coaching with Ms. D, which offers life, relationship, and career coaching to align your values with your vision of life. I am truly so excited you are joining me today to have a conversation, coffee in hand, as we chat about life, careers, relationships, and all the little things that can shape who we are. I won't lecture you or tell you what to do. It's just the two of us in my cute little coffee shop behind me, chatting about topics that make us laugh or drive us nuts and sometimes help us thrive. Today, I want to discuss what someone like me, a career coach, can offer you. Because a lot of times when I meet people and they say, well, what do you do for a living? And I tell them I'm a career coach, their eyes kind of glaze over like, what is that? I've never met a career coach. A life coach? What do you do? And one of the other things I do is I attend many networking events. And at these gatherings, we must speak a 30-second to 1-minute commercial. We stand up in front of everybody and do that. A career coach can help you with that. Maybe you don't like standing up in front of people, but you have to promote your business. This is a great way to learn how to present yourself, and a career coach can help you with that confidence. But as we make our rounds and we're introducing each other to one another, people often ask me, Maria, how do you change a tire? And I'm like, what? My name is Deirdre, not Maria. And I can't do that. But I can empower you to learn how. Okay, it was corny, but hopefully you're listening now. So, if you've ever felt stuck, uncertain, or like you're capable of more but don't know your next move, I promise you're not alone. And more importantly, you don't have to figure it out alone. Many people think coaching is only for executives or people in crisis. And the truth is, coaching is for anyone who wants clarity, direction, and momentum in their career or life, even relationships. Coaching's not therapy. Both are truly valuable for growth and well-being. In a nutshell, therapy helps heal the past. Coaching helps you build the future. So, what do I bring to the table? As I said earlier, I'm an ICF certified coach. I took courses with the World Coach Institute to prepare to take the certification exam. What does that mean? Well, I had to accumulate coaching hours plus educational hours to become certified. Prior to certification, I was a licensed hairstylist right out of high school. In college, I majored in psychology with a concentration in substance abuse counseling, and then earned my bachelor's degree. I got married young, continued working as a hairstylist, opened a children's party facility with my husband and an entertainment company, took the LSATs, never became a lawyer because I didn't really love it after working in a law firm for a little bit. I wrote online for beauty magazines, you can call them, online magazines, and hair for many years. I got licensed to teach cosmetology, worked as a salon and spa manager, ran 3 cosmetology schools, got a master's in English. Wow, that's a lot. Wrote a cosmetology guide, which is right here, and I'm working on its 2nd edition to add more meat because Amazon changed the earning parameters. I am in the editing phase of a novel, more to come about that, and then I opened Coaching with Ms. D, my new business, not new anymore, and started this podcast to promote the business. Why? Because I love to watch people succeed and thrive. Empowering other women is my goal. It's what I've done for years in my various jobs, and because I'm living my second act and enjoying every step of the way, I do want that for you. So I have some scenarios of what career coaches can help you with. Scenario 1 would be career stagnation. So you've been in the same job for years. You're good at it. Damn, you're excellent at it. But you're no longer growing. Promotions pass you by, or worse, you've stopped wanting them. You wake up already tired. You don't want to get out of bed. A coach helps you identify what's missing, whether it's skill development, confidence, communication, or realizing you may be in the wrong environment entirely. We move from I stuck to I'm stuck to here's my next step. Now, before I became a coach, this stagnation began as a whisper. Then it became a Sunday night dread. The changes started subtly, moving into executive roles where I thought I would love it more, with more responsibility. I didn't. It didn't help. It was when I finished my master's degree that I knew it wasn't the job. It was my desire to fulfill a lifelong dream and address unfinished business that I had. Scenario 2, career transition, second act. You're considering a pivot. It's exactly what I did. Maybe you're 40, 50, or beyond. And you're wondering, is it too late? It isn't. I promise you it's not. But transitions can feel overwhelming, And second acts, well, they also don't have to happen in midlife. They can also occur in your 20s and 30s. I can tell you that at any age, it is never, ever too late to live authentically. It doesn't mean you're lazy. It doesn't mean you don't want to do your work. It just means that position's not for you. And a coach helps you map transferable skills, define your new direction, and build a realistic plan. Not fantasy thinking, but actionable movement. Reinvention is possible, but it works best with structure and support and a willingness to put in the work. Here is where I'm at. This process, I want to say, has been 7 years long. 7 years in the making. And it didn't happen overnight. It happened with guidance that I had from other people, love, direction, and support. Scenario 3. We have 6 scenarios, by the way. Job search burnout. Boy, have I been there as well. I even hired somebody before I started this journey, or right around the time that I started this journey, to rewrite my resume and cover letter. And you know what happened? I ended up having to rewrite it every time I applied for a job, because the keywords were different for every job description I was applying to. You may be applying to dozens of jobs and hearing nothing back. Rejection emails pile up and confidence drops. I've been there. A coach helps refine your resume, interview presence, networking approach, and mindset. Often it's not about doing more. It's about doing the right things strategically. I have very specific coaching sessions designed precisely for this. I can review your resume and cover letter and provide tips and adjustments to optimize them for your job search. I believe writing it for you is counterproductive. I want you to have the confidence to adjust the keywords for your specific job search descriptions, which we will work on in the one-on-one portion of the session after I have reviewed your resume. We will also have mock interview preparation sessions. Tongue twister, to build confidence in nailing that interview. We prepare answers to questions, including questions to ask the interviewee. It's very important. Follow-up emails, responses to job offers. Yes, you can counter offer, and guidance on your presence and appearance. Scenario 4, confidence and imposter syndrome. I've been there as well. You're capable. know you belong where you belong. But you constantly question yourself. You hesitate to speak up or apply for roles or raise your hand for opportunities. That's the fear I spoke of earlier. Coaching builds self-trust. We identify internal barriers, not just external ones, because sometimes the biggest obstacle isn't skill, it's the belief in yourself. I wrote a lengthy blog post about this topic, why it occurs, why it matters, and tips to overcome it. It's titled Overcoming Imposter Syndrome. There will be a link in the show notes if you wanted to check it out. Scenario 5, work-life balance and boundaries. And I tell you, I've been there too. If you've watched any of my other episodes, I talk about micromanaging, about getting phone calls at home. And it didn't just happen in one job. It happened at many, many jobs. As a manager, yes, people are calling out, especially if you're a site manager and you have to find coverage. That's expected. But I've had people contact me on a plane about a group chat, about plans for the future, which really didn't need to be addressed right away. And then I was getting, did you get the message? Did you get the message? Yeah, I did. I was on a plane, and you knew that. So boundaries are so important. You are successful on paper, but you are exhausted in reality because people are breaking these boundaries, or you're allowing them to be broken. Work bleeds into evenings, weekends, relationships. Had that happen as well. Airplanes, vacations, holidays. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And you're sitting there, maybe you're sitting there listening if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, or if you're watching me on YouTube, maybe you're sitting there like, yep, I know. I know. And it's driving me nuts. And you know what? Drove me nuts too. A coach helps define boundaries, priorities, and sustainable routines. Success should never cost your well-being. You are being pulled in different directions, and your career is not aligning with your life or values. You have difficulty saying no, and consider yourself a people pleaser. You'll maybe even admit it. I've had people in their first coaching session, yep, I'm a people pleaser. They inspired me to write another blog post and a companion download to help you overcome people pleasing. The link for strategy to overcome people-pleasing and the free download will also be in the show notes. And yes, it's a free download. If you have any problems downloading it, you can always email me at deirdre@coachingwithmissd.com. Scenario 6, clarity and decision making. You are not in crisis. You're simply unsure. I've been there. I know it. You have options, but decision fatigue keeps you frozen. Coaching provides perspective, structured reflection, and accountability. It turns overthinking into forward movement. And sometimes during a session, it is the only time you feel heard. As a coach, I listen 80% of the time. The other 20% is asking you thought-provoking questions to help you find the clarity and be confident in your decision-making process. And that decision-making process even gets to the point like you don't even want to decide what's for dinner because you are exhausted from making decisions. Finally, I just want to discuss quickly credentialing and professionalism. It's something I want to emphasize because coaching is a profession. It's not a hobby, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show. Not just a title someone gives themselves. It's a title someone earns. I decided to become a coach while I was in my journey because my students who were at the schools where I was working told me that during our time together while they were looking for jobs and getting ready to graduate and take their licensing exams, that I should be a therapist or a coach. And they really, truly inspired me to do this. And so I want to thank them. That's why my business is named Coaching with Miss D. But it is also important to work with someone who is trained and certified. And so I did that because they inspired me to do that, because I wanted to do it correctly. Even though they said I could have done it and they gave me the confidence, my students, they gave me you should be doing this right now. But I wanted to be legitimate, if nothing but for myself. So 2 of the most recognized coaching credentialing organizations are International Coaching Federation, ICF, that's where I am certified from, and the International Association of Coaching, IAC. These organizations set ethical standards, extremely important, require training hours, and ensure coaches are equipped with proven methodologies, not just motivational talk, which is great, but you want all those other things with it as well. Anyone can call themselves a coach online. Training and certification make a real difference in the quality of the guidance you receive. And if you're unsure, you can also search for a coach's credentials on the ICF or IAC websites. I would also look at Google reviews and testimonials, of which I have as well, and you can see them on my website. Or if you Google Coaching with Miss D, you could see my reviews. In any of these scenarios, and if any of them resonate with you, coaching might be the support you didn't realize you needed. It's not about being broken. It's about being ready for growth. You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to guess your way forward. With the right tools, structure, and support, progress becomes possible. And coaching doesn't have to be extensive. Like sometimes therapy can last a long time, because sometimes those wounds from the past need it. Although I might love for you to work with me for a long time, I want you to thrive. I want you to reach your goals. So I'm Deirdre, Coaching with Miss D. And whether your goal is clarity, confidence, or complete second act, your next chapter is still waiting to be written. And second chapters are sometimes the best chapters. So please don't forget to give a like or subscribe to Sip on This on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. And join me at Coaching with Miss D for more tools, check out my coaching pricing, and the other resources that are available. And you can also learn more about a free discovery session. Yes, it is free. And it says 15 minutes, but I always give people a little bit more time because I want to get to know you and I want to see if coaching is right for you. And you should get to know me to see if I'm right for you. It's a relationship. Until next time, my friends, keep sipping, keep growing, and remember to live your life as your authentic self. Your version, no one else's. Cue music.